Hey, what's up, PSU? I'm Will, one of the editors for PSU, and this is
John Ottman, freelancer.
Alright, so we just got out of the EA conference, and we're just going to talk about some of the general impressions we had. Started off, they opened with one of our most anticipated things that we wanted to see, which was Star Wars Battlefront.
And it looked absolutely amazing. They started off by showing like them going out to like these different places that were actually from the movies themselves, like these different sets. And then, you know, they showed like some rendered images of like a Stormtrooper helmet that looked ripped straight from the movie.
Yeah.
But that is apparently actual gameplay footage.
Yeah. So like, yeah, there wasn't really any like concrete like gameplay action that we saw or anything, but it was just like, yeah, the scenes that we saw, the animated stuff that looked amazing nonetheless. But
it was just great.
Yeah, and then they moved on after that, went right to BioWare. They talked about Dragon Age Inquisition, which I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of the series. I played the first one, liked it. Then the second one didn't get into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I played the first one, played the second one. Second one, it was all right in my opinion. I liked the first one better, but it seemed like they had like a tactile camera that they're moving to now, where it's gonna bring the action of two and then kind of like the strategy that there was in one. So I don't know. It looked pretty good. I was pretty excited.
Yeah, it looked good. It seemed like some of the animations seemed still kind of rough to me, which was like at this point I thought they would have improved upon that a little more, but who knows? They're still working on it.
Yeah,
but
so
it said it was coming in the fall, so not much time, but enough.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
And then they hit on Mass Effect a bit too, and they showed us a little bit of stuff from the new Mass Effect, and then hit on a new IP actually that is somehow related. So
yeah, it didn't say much about it at all, except how they trying to do like they showed images of like realistic environments that they were trying to do.
But same team that apparently does Mass Effect is working on that one. So
I think that'll be great, whatever they do.
Right.
So don't have any trouble with that.
And then obviously they hit on their like the Madden and the FIFA, and they hit up all that, and then
we'll experience them like we haven't before, same as every year.
Yeah, Criterion also announced a new game, which so I mean that was kind of blindsided by that.
Cool. Yeah.
They had pretty much any kind of vehicle you could see, even think of possibly. I mean, helicopters, ATVs, motorcycles, like cars, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, pairs like jumping out of a helicopter onto an ATV, and then like. But
it was pretty cool.
That'll be cool. But obviously they said that was like really, really, really far out, and you could tell by the footage that they showed that it was really just in development. Like,
it was
very
development
basic
footage
stuff.
or very, very basic alpha.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, touched on The Sims a bit, but that's The Sims, and it's kind of like
pretty much what you would think of The Sims.
Pretty much. So, yeah, they spent a lot of time on that. Then they moved into
they mentioned UFC, which is coming out in like a week
UFC.
here. That looked cool. They had a big thing with Bruce Lee, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They talked about him in the past, though. But then they closed their big thing with Battlefield Hardline, and I've never been a fan or been interested in playing any Battlefield games before, but now I really want to try that and see it for myself.
Yeah, having like what appeared to be kind of like almost like a Counter-Strike-esque feeling to it. Really actually kind of enjoyed that as well.
And right in like the city kind of urban feel with like the hardcore firefights, and then like the crane falling and destroying the skyscraper, and then ending up using the skyscraper opening as an access point into the building. It was just a lot of cool stuff.
It was very interesting.
So what did you think of the conference as a whole? How did it leave?
I think it started off really well and then died towards the end. I mean, honestly, that's what I think happened.
Yeah, they opened like super strong with like their biggest, most anticipated. Oh, and then Mirror's Edge they talked about too.
We cannot forget Mirror's Edge.
Which that does look good. I'm gonna say, they didn't really show much except for some of the gameplay stuff, which the gameplay in the first game was still really good, but that was their strongest point. Yeah. They didn't show any of the weaker points of the first game that they were working on. So, but overall, the show I thought was really good. They opened with Battlefront, and that was really high point, and then they just kind of didn't give us much info, and then
it dwindled down.
It just felt like all it was sports for a long time.
Yeah, and then it came back to Battlefield Hardline, which I think was a good way to end.
Yeah, it was a good one.
So, all right, well, that's our impression of the EA press conference. So, I mean, you can hit me up at Ottman Empire on Twitter. And,
at Will to Game. I don't use Twitter much, but I'll try using it more.
Anyways, all right.
Yeah, see ya.